Okay. Hi everyone. Despite I said that I'll try to upload videos in an interval from Friday to Sunday, here I am on Sunday evening doing the job at the latest moment possible. Um, Today's video will focus on the sleep schedule, lead code, content pipeline, and the idea of burden of dreams. So let's go on. First of all, I want to say the big F to my attempts to fix my sleeping schedule, like started in my in the previous video basically. I've only managed to do it once and then I returned to my previous habits, and this is not the first attempt. I tried to kind of explain the reasons for failure for myself, and actually my first attempt even included the reasons why the objective factors was the reasons for my failure, but after checking initial data I realized that I'm the one to blame actually. Um, Tomorrow I will try to wake up at 8 a.m. and keep my schedule consistent. I actually will even sacrifice one of my productive hours in order to, like today, I still have 30 minutes to focus and record this video, so I'll try to, like, I will sacrifice a productive hour at the morning in order to um, wake up early, actually. My next topic for reflection is lead code, as I weren't able to consistently solve at least one problem a day throughout the week. I've solved 3 or 4 problems, but it's only like 50% of 77 days that I had. So from Monday to Sunday, I only solved 5, maybe or 4 or 3 of problems. Um, in my opinion, this like phenomena of me not able to consistently solve the problems happened because I tried to solve a medium problem actually that I was not ready for. Once it is quite hard to motivate yourself before and after the work, so actually in every day it's hard to motivate yourself. And while I don't have any system at place, I failed to solve it. I failed to solve the problem during the week, and finished it only yesterday. Um, the good part here is that I didn't drop it, so I solved it at the end. But the bad part is that I wasn't doing anything while this problem was unsolved. Today I didn't solve anything either because I literally slept for 11 hours and then played Destiny 2. Now I plan to continue solving problems starting tomorrow because lead code is actually the focus point of the sleep, but who knows how it play out, because again there are many factors that I can control and that I can't control, and I think that I will dedicate 1 hour at the evening tomorrow for solving lead code problems. Now let's talk about content pipeline and its failure as an idea. In my previous video, I ambitiously said that I'm going to utilize saddle custom system in order to create a steady and perpetual content pipeline, but again, I didn't once and there were no progress after this. I hadn't even attempted to write anything after I dropped it because I don't see any value in it. Of course, writing down while studying or reading some book or listening to conference talk could be useful, but every time I sit to write, my brain starts to alarm about uselessness of these attempts. And in some sense, it is actually true that these like attempts don't hold much value, because when you're writing, sure, you think how to paraphrase, but when I've like learned these paraphrase strategies during my academic writing course, so I only sit there and simply paraphrasing, doing the same work twice. I do like to write about my ideas based on the things I've read, and maybe that's the whole Zettelkasten idea. But again, the pipeline I was imagining was about me sitting at the morning and like paraphrasing the book's texts in order to create like foundational notes, green notes as they are called in the Zettelkasten system, and I failed to do this. Finally, let's talk about the burden of human dreams, as it is like another topic I came up with recently. And basically, to explain it, I will firstly present the context in which it appears, then I'll try to explain the system behind it, And then we'll make some assumptions and finally maybe some actions that you can take and my personal experience with this problem. Basically, let's start with the context. And basically, every human dreams about something daily. Someone thinks about new cars, someone about new work, and so on. Maybe some Sigma males thinking about girlfriends, and yeah, maybe I'm the one of them. So constantly trying to predict the future is a natural state of our brain, and it's kind of its default mode. But however, people do not understand like the costs of such daydreaming and the implications these costs have on their lives, on their lives. Um, the system behind it is that when you have a new dream that just came alive and there is no form to it, you feel great. You simply have an image of it, but you still don't know the means and time you need to make it. This period doesn't last long though, as while you dig deeper into the execution part, you start to understand what does it take to realize your dream, to make it come true. It is still a cheap thought because our brains tend to underestimate time and budget at first needed to complete something, but eventually you start doing the things needed to be done and quickly like came to conclusion that you've heavily miscalculated. That's the time when dream becomes a burden, and this is hard to get rid. This dream becomes hard to get rid of. The image of you being in the dream state is still vivid, so you invest more and more time and energy into the dream, and in the end, you either correct your goals, like pivot to into another direction, solving another problem, or drop this particular dream forever. The moral here is to identify such time and thoughts second dreams at their early stage and drop it without hesitation. Sure, you have to dream big and so on, but my experience in general shows that there is a place for only one truly ambitious goal that you have time to focus on. Other dreams should be aligned with it, or you will end up in a midlife crisis thinking about the things you wasn't able to achieve. For me, such a dream is the game development, as I think that I'm pretty like it is possible to create a game by yourself that you can fully think through, that you can create a music art for, but eventually it turns out that it's a really hard work and you should rather focus on one side of things, maybe technology and art, or maybe art and music, and yeah. Um, this idea, this dream of creating like the game studio was sucking everything from my life, as I was thinking about like what should I do now? Should I rather focus on programming or drawing? And I ended up doing nothing at all. I still think it is possible to create a game studio, but it's rather hard. Finally, that being said, I wish you to stand strong during this week and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.